Hello, dear Dharma friends.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Robert. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Favorite fire?
Delicious.
We knew we could surprise you in here.
What was that? Oh, yeah. Well, what a wonderful thing to happen on my birthday morning. Huh. Wow.
Robert,
Yes?
would you like the birthday dirge?
A birthday? Sure. How's it go?
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Pain and misery in the air. People die everywhere. But it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
That's a certain dark side of the Buddhist view, isn't it? Well, sorry you were born. That's great. Well, what a delight to be here with you. Made it through another night. Hmm. 73 times around the sun. I was joking with Jennifer last night that it's a good thing I'm living this long, because learning how to be awake is such a takes time, and wisdom builds up over years rather than in moments. So it is an honor and delight for me to be here and get to play this role with you. So I am Robert Beatty, coming to you from Portland, Oregon. This is a broadcast. Oh, there's first light is in the sky, and it's going to be a nice day. It looks like very first light. This is a broadcast of the Portland Insight Meditation Community, a vibrant experiment in American Buddhism. It's been going on a long time here in Portland. I started teaching in 1979, and the community that exists now is one of the fruits of that. So, let's sing the Refuges. Is the guitar coming through?
Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you, Tim. I take refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this life. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and love. Namo Dharmaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Dharmaya. I take refuge in the Sangha, the community of mindful harmony. Namo Sanghaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Sanghaya. I always kind of worried about my birthday until a particular birthday 39 years ago. You know, would I have the right party or get the right present, or how would it be? I needed something special. And then 39 years ago, my son was born into my hands at a little birthing cabin in Forest Grove, about where he lives now. It's about 20 or 30 minutes west of us. And it put everything in such a different perspective. This really strange thing that happens. We come into this world, we start with 2 cells and turn into a human being and then get born. And we take that first gasping breath, and then we have a lifetime to face. A lifetime to make something out of. And another thought that's coming to mind just now is when he was 6 months old, I guess, he first met Ruth Dennison. And she did a little baby blessing ceremony at Brightonbush, where she sprinkled water on him and flower petals, and she said, Welcome to the Dukkha planet. Happy Dukkha, darling. So here we are. We all were born. We're all breathing. Let's take responsibility for our waking up by sitting upright. Sitting upright. And if you can't sit upright, then be comfortable however you are. One belief I like to inoculate us against is the belief that you have to sit in a particular way. Hold your hands a special way. Instead, why not become a meditator in every posture you're in all day and all night? A meditator, whether you're surrounded by children or alone in quietude. This moment is exactly as it is. It is like this. So please, let us together Embrace breathing. Mm-hmm. And I have a little reading I'd like to just let flow through us. I don't know the provenance of it. I don't know the author. But it's very beautiful. A young woman goes to the laundromat and puts in a load of laundry. When it's done, she puts her clothes in the dryer and sits next to an old woman who is mumbling. She realizes that the woman is not mumbling, she's actually praying, offering up a prayer mantra of some kind that she cannot quite discern. And so she sits with her for a while, and then this lady gives her a card that says, "You might be wondering why I come here. I lost my son in the Vietnam War. And this is where he used to do his laundry, and so I come here often to pray for him." The young woman came at the same time each week and would sit with the old lady way past the time that her laundry was finished. One day, the woman who was doing the silent witnessing found the older woman not to be there. Over the weeks, she realized she was no longer coming back. Then one day, another woman showed up, much younger, well-dressed, and was looking around for somebody. They struck up a conversation, and it turned out that this was the daughter of the old lady who had been praying for her son. She had asked her daughter to give a note to the woman who had been sitting silently with her. "In the beginning, when I came to this place, I came in sorrow. I sat and remembered my boy, and I prayed. People cast glances my way and acted as if I was a bit crazy. I sat in the same place he sat and prayed that he would know that I love him still, and that I was so proud to be his mother. One day you came and sat beside me. As time went by, you continued to come. I said my prayers in your presence. I wondered how you could understand, let alone decipher what I was saying. Somehow you understood. In this life I try to be good, to be someone who others can look up to, and I feel that my intentions were always to assist and never to harm anyone. You asked me for nothing, and you gave me something that I will carry with me until I leave this earth. You gave me acceptance and respect, and treated me with a gentle regard for the person I was. What you may not realize was that coming here became a time I truly looked forward to. I looked forward to meeting you, dear friend. I never even knew your name. I'm going to meet my son very soon, and I wanted to write this while my mind was clear, and my daughter Alice would be able to carry my wishes to you. Your presence and acceptance has meant so much to me. No one has ever been so kind without expecting something in return. You gave me the priceless gift of acceptance and time spent with an old lady that others had decided was sick. I will forever be in your debt, and you will forever be in my heart. So let us spend that kind of time now, that kind of attention now, with the person who sits here. Let us not ask them to be better or different, super duper, improved, perfect, flawless. Let's instead summon, conjure up, honor, mindfulness. Let us summon up the one who knows, as Ajahn Chah put it. Let us summon up the miracle of remembering to remember. And so to embrace this body in its aliveness. Notice it tingles and vibrates. It's warm, it's cool. I just remembered a birthday song from Ruth Denison. At the grand opening of PIMC, she had us sing it for maybe an hour, at least an hour, going around bowing to each other. It goes like this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to me. Every day are we born, every day are we free. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to me. Every day are we born, every day we are free. She insisted on the are we born rather than we are born. Every day we are free. And in fact, every moment is our birth. This moment. The world comes into being right now. And so we embrace the world right here at our senses with bare attention. Every breath, of course, has a beginning. It has its rising to fullness. Its decline and its vanishing. And of course, thoughts get born. The past and the future Classes of thoughts that exist now get born. And they vanish. Time and again we come and sit beside ourselves. Hear our mumbled prayers. Feel the sensations in the body. We embrace as gently, as lovingly as we can the actual facts of breathing in and out. We embrace with the same clarity the hindrances of desire, craving, aversion, restlessness and agitation, sloth and torpor, and doubt. There was a time when I thought the task was to destroy these hindrances. Destroying the hindrances creates someone who wants to destroy them. Instead, with limitless love, limitless compassion, notice how the hindrances as well come into being, do their dance, and then pass away. And so moment by moment, we are born as awareness that embraces breathing in and out. Sometimes at the end of a breath, there's a pause. In that pause, one can simply remain present. Or perhaps shift awareness to the hands, to the face. The body is alive. Along with the body comes consciousness. What a strange, miraculous, odd story that is. The Buddha, in his diligence and capacity of observing the simple facts, discovered that which human beings really, 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 really want. The fountain of youth is not out there somewhere. It's in here, in this very moment. A breath begins, it comes out of nowhere. It rises to fullness. And then it disappears. And somehow there is that which knows this process. And all that somebody training that we've gone through, all those mammalian DNA dances, we discover they all dance in the light of consciousness, in the light of awareness. In the same spirit with which the young woman sat by the older woman in the laundromat, let us sit with and in ourselves. Let us hear the wandering mind as our prayers for happiness. Let us notice the mind's tendency to somewhat fervently try to figure things out, to find a safe haven, as our prayers for safety, for being loved and loving. The Buddhists call it Metta. Described by the Buddha as the love of a mother for her only child, like the love of a mother or a father or a friend or an auntie. For the new birth, for the new coming into the world. However, extending it to all beings. Now that's a nice pastime. Connect with that part of yourself that really longs to be happy, longs to feel the great ease, completely safe, fearless, even while living through the fear. So on the in-breath, we might say the familiar old mantra, may I be really happy. May I be really content. May I live with ease and grace. And may I be liberated. And may the pains, the suffering that comes my way in life, may I use it for my awakening, and may it be so for all beings. There's a common practice in the Buddhist world called the dedication of merits. May all beings everywhere, may beings of all kinds, everywhere, share in the merits of our practice. May the fish that swim in the Peel watershed share in our merits. In the Yukon. May the great whales that ply their course from Baja to the Arctic share in the merits of our practice. May the children in the camps in Syria share in the merits of our practice. May those in positions of power, whether they hold them skillfully or not, share in the merits of our practice. May those persons who played the role in this lifetime of mother and father, or child or brother or sister, playing the roles of family, may they all share in the merits of our practice. May our teachers, may Ruth Dennison, think of your teachers, say their names. And don't forget the 5th grade teacher who loved you enough to make up for some of the gaping holes in your family. Or the old man at the barber shop that was kind. Honor and celebrate the incredible support you've had in this lifetime by so many. May all these beings share in the merits of our practice. And so the sharing of our merits and the practice of metta and the practice of compassion all ultimately come back to the same thing. Resting in the beauty of this moment. Paying attention to breathing in and breathing out. And let us make the clear intention to carry this blessing for all beings into our lives. In whatever we do today, to bring mindfulness with us. To open to the awesome, mysterious reality of being human. And please now, bringing awareness into the body, the feet, the legs, the hands, into the eyes, and to then noticing the intention, the command, the plan, the clairvoyance in a way of the eyes will open soon. And opening, seeing. May all beings share in the merits of our practice. May Ruth Dennison, the dancer, share in our merits. In honor of Ruth, I forgot to turn on my special light. My goodness. There. Everything's better now. In honor of Ruth, I invite you to unmute. And let's sing a few rounds of Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you. Every day are we born. Every day are we free. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to me. There are gestures. Every day are we born, and spinning every day are we free. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to me. Every day are we born. Every day are we free. Once more. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to me. Every day are we born. Every day are we free.
Could we see that picture of Ruth once more?
Sure. Here it comes. Sure. This is the young Ruth. So, friends, I'm glad I was born.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. There were times in this life when I really wasn't glad I was born. Actually, there was a time or two when I contemplated ending it. Those were pretty dark times. Hooray for the Dharma. Hooray for the Dharma. Oh, there's the kids. So, announcements. I'll be here tomorrow morning. And New Year's Eve with Jim and Kendall and Gary. From 9 o'clock till midnight, we're going to have a celebration of various sorts, including taking refuge in precepts for the new year. And then on the 2nd, I'll be teaching a retreat with Paige Cogger. Paige wrote what's the foreword in my book. It's very beautifully done. And she came along as a student, I don't know, 15, 18 years ago, and had done a lot of practice in Sri Lanka already. And if you attend, you'll see there's such an easy flow between us. It's kind of like the baton just goes, here, you take it, you take it. It's quite wonderful. And I guess to remind that we're doing a little end of year budget balancing, and if you're feeling generous, if you want to get yet another smile and sense of pleasure in your heart in supporting something of incredible value, you might go online and make a contribution to PIMC. Make a contribution for the next person who comes through in this case, the electronic doors. So, what's up? How is it for you today? Oh, I might tell you my plan. I have a plan for today. My son's driving over, and we're going to Costco. Yes! We're going to Costco. Yay! The source of all pleasure. Actually, there's this thing. Robert Bly said, I heard him say this actually in person, that there should be a sign over every mall and every store which says, you can never get enough of what you don't really want. However, I'm going to buy a lot of canned food and take it to one of the homeless camps. And I'm really looking, either that or they have their lost leader, those chickens, those Costco chickens, and already cooked and warm. And with the two of us, I think we might be able to move, I don't know, 20 or 30 of those to a camp. So that's my adventure for the day. And Jennifer's making my favorite special dinner, which is a cioppino with seafood and great sauce. So she does a marvelous job of it. And other than that, I'm going to be back here for a while. I get to sit through part of the afternoon and be with family. So I'm very blessed. So, anything from you folks? How are you? What's it like? What's it like in this moment for you? For Kat, I know it's hectic and filled with love. I was with my grandsons last night, and they hadn't seen me in several weeks, and that was hectic and filled with love.
Hi, Robert. This is Steffi.
Hello,
that
Steffi.
song- Hey, that song in the beginning that the Sangha members sang.
Yeah.
I was wondering if he could do it again or write down the lyrics because I just love that song.
How about this? Why don't we do it again in closing? And I'll write. They're already written down. I'll put them on my blog, and then you can go there and get them. That'd be good for them to be up there too.
Okay, and by the way, I'm not talking about the Ruth song. I'm talking about the guy who sang to you at the very first beginning.
You mean me?
Very.
I take refuge in the Buddha? Oh no!
No.
The dirge.
The dirge. Oh, I see. You still here, Steve? I don't know if Steve's still here. I don't see him. Well, I guess that's one of those things that came and went, Steffi.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thanks for clarifying. That was Steve Burkhart. He lives up on the peninsula, across from Seattle.
Hi, Robert. I have a question. This is Erin.
Hello, Erin.
I was watching the YouTube replay yesterday, and at the end you came in and you were singing a song. What song was that? I loved that.
Oh dear. That's a happy birthday. It was my son's birthday yesterday. I was recording a birthday song to him. It's, can I remember it? You sure grew out of your baby ways. Happy birthday to you. Makes me think of the good old days. Happy birthday to you. And then the age, 39 years. Wish you many more. Health and wealth and friends by the score. Let's eat the cake. No, to eat some cake and eat some more. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, I forget to turn off the YouTube video. That was 5 minutes or more after the. Have to be a little
John
careful.
McCutcheon song.
What's that?
John McCutcheon. That's
Is it?
That's a favorite in our family. John McCutcheon.
John? Oh, thank you. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, he's a great folk artist out of I think West Virginia. Has been around for a long time. Has lots of records out. And just great stuff, especially for kids. He did Rubber Blubber Whale.
Thanks.
Hi, Robert. It's Sky.
Hello, Sky. Sky and
And Joe.
hi, Joe.
Happy birthday, Robert.
Thank you. It is.
I wanted to say that this is our first Christmas not being with our daughter, and she's 27, and so we were feeling a little sad that we have the kind of whole COVID isolation, and we juggled a lot. Is it safe? Is it not safe? Should we try? Should we not try? What can we do to make it happen? And I had a friend deliver me Christmas rolls yesterday at a distance, and they talked about how they were getting together with family, and every time I hear that somebody else is celebrating, I wonder, is it safe for them? And then I have that feeling of, oh, well, why can't I do it if they're doing it? But everyone's circumstances are different, and everyone's got different levels of their risk and are in their own bubbles, or they're not in their bubbles. All that doubt just throws so much confusion. However, this morning I woke up, it's frosty cold outside. It's your birthday, which is always nice to celebrate somebody else's occasion with them. And I feel actually such joy at knowing that this is as it is, and that there's nothing to be sad about or doubtful or scared about. Just appreciate every moment and to be grateful for what we do have sitting right next to us. So thank you, and thank you, Sandra, for being there. And I'm just grateful to be here in the moment and to be here with all of you. So.
How beautifully put.
Hard to remember sometimes.
Oh, so easy to forget, and the nostalgia pattern can set off easily. I just remembered, there's the probably fictitious story of the Dalai Lama being asked what he wanted for his birthday, or he opens a package and it's empty, and he says, "Oh, just what I wanted, nothing." And and it's what I've always wanted. And there's another Dalai Lama joke. What does he say to the hot dog vendor? Make me one with everything. But it is true that I have never been so happy in my life as I am right now. This and it really is coming increasingly with wanting less and less, being able to accept things as they are, which you talked about so beautifully. That, and it's hard when the kids go and then they're not home. And then this moment is so full no matter what. So have a lovely day.
Robert, sorry to wax so poetic about this, but I found the McCutcheon Happy Birthday song on YouTube, and I posted it in the chat.
Great.
There's a great Dharma quality to it, because it's a joyful take on the 7 ages of man. Listen all the way through. It's really wonderful.
Thanks.
So I encourage people to listen and enjoy.
Isn't that something you can go out and grab it just like that?
Where did he post it?
On the chat, in the chat. If you go to the bottom of your screen, you'll see a little
Yep.
bubble.
Robert, I have a little story to tell, a little joke sort of birthday thing.
I'm willing.
Margaret. My dad had a great sense of humor, and one time he got me a card that I was practicing yoga, and he was sort of, it was sort of a nod to, I'm doing this yoga thing. So the card has this little yogi man on it, and at the top it says, "There is no past. There is no future. There is no past." And then you open it up, and it says, "There is no present."
On my 40th birthday, which is 33 birthdays ago, my then wife, the mother of my children, gave me a card that I remember to this day. It said, "Warning, this is a dangerous birthday." And you open it up and it said, the warranty on, no. "The warranty on your family neurosis is over. You can't blame your parents anymore." Which was perfect for that particular birthday, because I was so deeply engaged in my therapeutic endeavors and discovering how bad they'd been. And it was good. It was a good reminder. So anything else? Is anyone suffering today? Is this really a hard day? Because it could be. It is for certainly many, many people. This is really going to be a tough day. I read last night that the projection is that by April, the deaths from COVID will be over 500,000. Speaking of, should one isolate, or there are many people just throwing the dice and saying, forget it, it's not, it won't happen to us. And then one of our community members, Denise, who occasionally joins us, she's working, she's at Kaiser today. We spoke yesterday, I think. Yeah, it was yesterday. And turned out that her department was 20-some people, was scheduled to get the vaccine next week. And she put them on a waiting list. And yesterday morning, I think, she was called early in the shift, and somehow or another they hadn't filled the schedule for a certain length of time. And so her group got to go and be vaccinated. And in that hospital, which is Kaiser Sunnyside, a majority of the frontline people are now vaccinated. And she says that one can feel the difference in people's actions, and just the whole air of the place is changing, because they've known that they're in such risk. And that finally they're having some protection. So I take delight in the fact that those waves of vaccine are going out, and that we humans figured that out. That's so impressive.
Well, Robert, this is Russell, and I have an interesting observation on that topic. I had a medical procedure at OHSU about 2 weeks ago, and I was really debating, it was elective, and I was really debating whether to go ahead or not because of the COVID exposure, especially at a place like OHSU. And what I found out, and this was told me by several of the professional staff there, both physicians and nurses, was that at that point in time, there had not been, even though they have a huge COVID unit, there had not been a single transmission of COVID between patients and staff or between staff members. And I thought that was rather an amazing testimony to what careful, thoughtful use of PPE and the protocols of washing hands and that can accomplish, that they could be in that high risk environment. I thought it was amazing. And then I wanted to share an amusing thought I had when you talked about, well, the 500,000 deaths are not amusing. And I don't mean to make light of that. But I'm also struck that we're also probably about to have a tsunami of COVID births that may equal the post-war baby boom due to all this time together at home.
That's probably true. Yeah. I am taking delight in looking from picture to picture and seeing it.
Hey, Robert. It's Amber.
Hello, Amber.
And I hesitated because I'm so emotional. But it is a difficult day for me for many reasons. And for that, I felt like I need to not stay silent and find some joy in listening to everybody share is helpful. But I have a very, very close friend in the hospital, not doing well with COVID. And he was such an important part of my life growing up when I had no family. They took me in. And I have just been thinking of him and not wanting to overwhelm the family with my sorrow and my clinging to trying to stay positive. And just feeling really, really sad today. Although I'm fortunate enough to have my son and my, I don't even know what to call him anymore. My separated from me husband coming to my home today. And we're, we've been in each other's bubble, but so it's all safe. But I'm finding it very difficult to be happy, to be happy about that and to be grateful for at least that I have my son and my husband. But it's super weird because we're not, thinking of Ramiro and his family and how they can't be together and they haven't seen him in a month. And wanting to be joyful for my kid today, but I just need to cry if that's what I need to do. And anyhow.
Thank you so much. This moment is like this. And this is a moment in your life where there's a lot of grief. And how to hold yourself, how to allow yourself to be that. You're born in this moment as a person having a big loss, really a big loss. Dare I have another thing to say? I have a piece of advice. You open to that?
Absolutely.
I believe the greatest gift you can give your son is to be you. And a fake you pretending to be joyful and lighthearted would not be a gift. But the real you, the you who is full of life and vitality and really able and willing to feel the anguish of loss, now that's a gift.
Yeah. I always tell him, feel all the feels.
Yeah.
So,
Amen.
these are one of those feels.
Mm-hmm. And with mindfulness, of course, there's the grief, and there's the knowing the grief, and there's the part of us that is not the grief. You know, because the grief arises in consciousness, and there's this mysterious aspect of us that observe it, and it's all part of the mystery of the dream of a human life.
Thank you.
Mm. If we're going to dare to actually care and have real loving attachments with human beings, when they go, the ripping and snapping and the loss will always be really significant. Worth the price, I think. Otherwise, why bother? Amber, have you heard my poem about 29,000 feet?
I'm not sure.
Let me share it with you. It's pertinent. I was in New Orleans with Jennifer. She took me there to show me her spots. She went to college there, and she's gone for several years to the Jazz Fest. And she took me, and we had a nice time. And then the day came when I left, and she stayed behind to be with her best friend since elementary school for a few days. So we got up in our bed and breakfast. We took a cab to the big hotel downtown where the friend was. We got out of the cab, had a brief kiss, got back in the cab, and then I went to the airport. And then I was on the plane 2 or 3 hours later, flying west. It goes like this. People sleep, watch videos, play games on screens, and sip at wine. We hurtle west over snow-covered mountains. A chasm opened, or perhaps just revealed itself, with a taxi goodbye kiss in a city now far. That moment of looking away one plane change ago, it's always the same. Here, and then not here. It's that simple. Those moments that we actually have, when we can touch, hear, see, and smell one another, are all we really have. The stakes are high, aren't they? Either we connect and love one another now or not at all. Either we connect and love one another now or not at all. So
Thank you.
it's to be bold enough to actually love somebody, to actually make oneself vulnerable like that. Of course, then there comes the human dream goes on, of course everything changes. And my experience is the deeper one's meditation goes, the more those moments of anguish are also quite bearable. They're awesome. They're awful, full of awe. Anybody else sitting with something? We can take another few minutes. It's already 20 after 8. How did that happen?
Hey there, Robert. It's Patrick.
Hello, Patrick. There you are. Hi.
Hey, hi. So I've been popping in and out over the last couple of weeks, and just to share a little bit about the meditation practice. I tell my wife when I'm on the call with you guys, I just see such sweet and kind faces with everybody, and I feel like that I am a heat-seeking missile sitting in the meadow with you guys. And meditation over the last year or two has become more of a coping mechanism because I'm so deeply in the grip with business stuff all the time. Yesterday I was out distributing Christmas gifts to my employees who are mostly remote working, and one of them was just a gaping hole of want and never happy about anything. It's gone like this for years, and I came home just spooled up and was unable to really connect with an atmosphere of love that is around our house right now because the family's back. And so I don't have a crisis. It's not a crisis. It's just this ongoing. Yeah. I mean, I'm normally upbeat and happy about things, and motivated. But after 5 years of this, I'm getting worn down. But meditation really helps in some magical, mystical way that I don't understand, and I don't really care to understand. It's a good thing for me. And I think for me, sometimes during the day, I'll just pause when I feel all the tension rising up, and I'm like, I'll just close my eyes and think, I'm releasing you from the past, I release you from the present, and I release you from the future, and I release you for this moment from the to-do list. And then immediately I feel my body begin to slack and relax for just that moment, and then I go back to work. I really like this group because it's such a dramatic departure from my normal course of life. So I appreciate that.
Wonderful. How great to take those moments of pause.
Yes, it was your suggestion, actually.
Was the Buddha's suggestion.
Okay. I'll read that book sometime.
Actually, I just thought something just occurred to me. I'll be back. I have to get a prop. So, I sit here as a representative of the Buddha 2,600 years later, 120, 140 generations down the line of teacher to student. And I have this morning, the Buddha is here. And if you'd like, I could invite him. I think he usually does it when requested, to give a direct transmission of the profound teaching to inspire meditation. Are you interested? You have to read.
I'm ready.
Is there
the Buddha?
All right. It could be shocking. Anybody else want to participate? You have to raise your hand if you're going to participate. All right. So, all right, brace yourself. Sit up straight. Sit. Isn't this a gorgeous Buddha? He came from Bali. All right. Well, friends, thanks for making a birthday party. See you tomorrow morning. I think you're allowed to open your stockings before you come to sit tomorrow morning. Is Jim still here? Where's Jim? I guess not. I opened a birthday present that Jim dropped by the other day. I opened it this morning early. I was having difficulty sleeping in the night, and I got up and I thought, well, it's past midnight. I can open it now. And it's a gorgeous teapot. One of those just beautiful colors of clay, and I will use it for my morning tea sometimes. So, dear friends, let's sing our way out of here. Please unmute and we'll sing our beautiful little cacophonous song. May all beings be happy. May all beings be happy. May all beings be happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Have a wonderful day, waking up, grieving fully, celebrating fully. Thanks for coming. What a pleasure.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
What a delight.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Valerie.
Happy birthday.
Bye, everybody.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas, all.
Francine, Merry Christmas.
What a treat.
Hello, Jilly.
Hello, Robert. Have a beautiful birthday.
Thank you.
You're so deserving.
Thanks to my mom. Yay, Mom.
Thanks, Mama Robert.
Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Rob.
Hello.
Happy birthday, my dear man.
Why, it's George. Hang on. I have to end my YouTube broadcast. I'm just finishing. Goodbye.
No, actually, I'll have to talk to you later. I'll call you later, too.
Okay.
I have to